Mail-in balloting has begun in California's gubernatorial recall election. It's only the second time in Golden State history that voters have cast ballots to recall their governor. What are the chances that Governor Gavin Newsom may survive recall? Well, joining us to share some concerns about potential vote fraud is Craig Huey. Mr. Huey is a political commentator and founder of Election Forum, an organization dedicated to educating and engaging Christians to vote for Christian values. Craig, it's good to talk with you. Okay, so mail-in voting has already begun in the California recall election. I know you've expressed concerns about potential vote fraud and ballot harvesting. So tell us, what is ballot harvesting? Why should we be concerned about that?
Well, Gary, ballot harvesting is really a very corrupt thing. It's not voter fraud, but it can lead to voter fraud. And that's what's happening now in the state of California. 19 states have ballot harvesting as illegal. 28 states, it is legal, and the rest of the states don't really say one way or the other. What it is this. When you get a mail-in ballot, anybody can pick up that ballot. And you can go door to door, ask people for their ballots. And the way they do it, they act as if this is a service. So the unions and the organized Democratic Party is going door to door in California right now. And they're telling people, I'll take your ballot to the poll. That increases turnout by 10 to 15%. With ballot harvesting, one person can pick up 1 vote, 10 votes, 100 votes, and they're unaccountable. They can take those votes to the voter box, drop them in, and nobody knows who they are.
One problem with that, some California voters are complaining about holes appearing in their ballot envelopes. So those ballot harvesters could look at the holes. They say the holes violate their privacy rights because they may reveal their yes or no votes. State registrars say the holes are there to, I guess, help visually impaired people. Also to reveal if an envelope is empty when the ballots are processed. So what do you think about concerns over ballot envelope holes?
It's got to be something that is intentional. Now, the holes have been around before, but the way that Los Angeles County, for example, designed the hole, that if you vote yes, that shows through. So a postal employee of the organized union that's a Bernie Sanders organized union, or somebody at an election station, they could throw away anything that doesn't say yes. So all of a sudden you don't have the secrecy of the ballot. Your vote is revealed in these holes. It's really corrupt, Gary.
And a yes vote means you want him recalled. Is that correct?
That is correct. There's 2 issues on California's ballot. The first one, recall Governor Newsom, yes or no. And right now, it's like a tie. It could go either way. And then the second question is, who do you want to have as the new governor? And you vote for a list of 47 candidates running, and whoever gets the plurality wins the election. Gavin Newsom is not on that list. If he loses, then who's ever on that list will be the governor who gets the most. For example, right now, Larry Elder has about 24% of the popular vote in the polls. That's the highest of any candidate, and he would become governor of the state of California with 24%, and there's no runoff.
Well, I know a lot of Christians like him. He's a radio talk show host. He's a conservative and a very committed Christian, but with a little political experience, but maybe that's what they want. So you mentioned concerns about ballot harvesting, but ballots were sent out to all registered California voters. So why did the legislature do that? How concerned are you about that potentially leading to vote fraud?
Well, so here's the thing. Whenever you have mail-in ballots going to dirty rolls where there's people who have died or moved away, and multiple ballots are going to households, when you have mail-in ballots where everybody can grab a ballot, for example, there is now proof of people going to apartment complexes, and once the ballot is delivered, they open it up at night, take all the ballots out, and they're going to fill those out. There's a man who was just arrested in a city called Torrance, California, and he had 300 ballots in the back of his seat. And the register of voters says, oh, that's not voter fraud. You know what? We are right now taking a look at Newsom stealing this election because of ballot harvesting and these mail-in ballots, which can be so abused. When you have a situation where everybody gets it, you're going to have people throwing them away. You're going to have people at nursing homes who have no intention or no capability. And then they have what's called Grammy harvesting, where the organized unions send people into the nursing homes and just pick up the ballots and fill them out. That's why this is such an election that could be wrought with fraud. And while he should lose, Newsom should lose, he might pull it off because of this ballot harvesting.
Well, a lot of concerns not only in California, but for the next election nationwide. Ballot fraud, the potential is there. Craig Huey, founder of Election Forum, thank you for sharing your time and insights today.
Thank you, Gary.